Let me start honest, the way I always do. Everything in this video comes from public ingredient labels, nutrition information, and my own opinion as someone who reads the fine print for a living. I'm not accusing any single company of anything. I'm going to show you how oatmeal goes from one of the healthiest, simplest foods on earth to something that's basically a bowl of dessert, why that transformation happens, and how to pick a genuinely clean option in seconds. Oatmeal has this bulletproof health food reputation, and plain oats absolutely earn it. But a shocking amount of what's sold in the oatmeal aisle has quietly become something else entirely. Let's expose it. Here's the foundation you need. Plain oats are one ingredient. Oats. That's it. They're a whole grain, they're filling, they carry good fiber, and on their own, they're genuinely excellent for you. So the entire question of this video is simple. What gets added to those plain, healthy oats before they reach your bowl, and why? Because everything that makes oatmeal problematic is something that was added to a food that started out perfect. Before the problems, let me quickly explain the types of oats, because this is the secret decoder ring for the whole aisle, and almost nobody explains it. Oat groats are the whole oat kernel. Steel-cut oats are those groats chopped into a few pieces, minimally processed, chewy, slow to cook, slow to digest, which is a good thing. Rolled oats, also called old-fashioned oats, are steamed and pressed flat, so they cook faster, and they're still just oats. Quick oats are rolled thinner to cook faster still, and instant oats are pre-cooked, dried, and rolled very thin, so they're ready in seconds. Here's the key insight. The more an oat is processed toward instant, the faster your body digests it, and the easier it is for a manufacturer to hide sugar and flavoring in the format. Plain is plain at every level, but the flavored trouble lives overwhelmingly in the instant packets. The first and biggest issue is added sugar in flavored instant oatmeal. This is the heart of it. Those single-serve flavored packets, the maple ones, the brown sugar ones, the fruity ones, the ones aimed squarely at kids, are frequently loaded with added sugar. A food that started as pure fiber-rich whole grain gets turned into something that can carry a dessert-level sugar hit in a single little packet. Parents hand these to their kids every morning genuinely believing they're serving a wholesome breakfast, and in a lot of cases they're serving something closer to a cookie in a bowl. The oats are still in there, they're just buried under sweetener. The second issue is the serving size and portion illusion. Some of those instant packets are small, so the sugar number per packet might not look terrifying at a glance, until you realize a lot of people, especially teenagers and hungry adults, eat 2 packets to actually feel full. Double the packet, double the sugar. The label counted on you eating 1. The third issue is added flavorings, colors, and natural flavors. Real oatmeal flavored with real fruit is one thing, but a lot of the fruity instant varieties get their taste and color from added flavoring compounds and sometimes coloring, along with the sugar. Those little fruit-flavored bits are often not much in the way of actual fruit. You're getting the idea of strawberries rather than strawberries. The fourth issue is the healthy marketing halo. Boxes love to shout about being a good source of fiber, whole grain, or heart healthy, and those claims can be technically true because, well, there are oats in there. But those big front-of-box health badges are often sitting right above an ingredient list that starts with oats and then rolls straight into sugar and additives. The health claim is real for the oats and irrelevant to the sugar. Both things are true at once, and the marketing is built on you only reading the flattering half. The fifth issue is the protein and high-protein oatmeal trend, which deserves a fair look. Some of these genuinely add real protein and can be a decent choice, but others use the word protein as a halo while still packing in added sugar, or they add a modest amount of protein and charge you a premium for it. As always, the front-of-box buzzword is a starting point for reading, not a conclusion. Flip it over and check the actual protein number against the actual sugar number. The sixth issue is the oatmeal cup and the oatmeal bar. The microwavable cups and the chewy oat breakfast bars ride the wholesome oat image hard, but many are among the more sugar-heavy products in the whole category, because they need to taste like a treat to compete as grab-and-go snacks. An oat bar can be closer to a granola candy bar than to a bowl of oatmeal, depending on the brand. Now, I want to address the glyphosate topic directly, because you may have seen scary headlines about weed killer residue in oats, and I'd rather give you the balanced truth than either hype or dismissal. Some independent testing has reported trace residues of agricultural chemicals in oat products. Regulators maintain that the levels found are within legal safety limits, while some advocacy groups argue those limits should be stricter. I'm not going to tell you it's a 5-alarm fire, because the honest state of the evidence doesn't support panic. What I'll say is this: if it concerns you, choosing organic oats is a reasonable and simple way to reduce your exposure, and organic oats are cheap and widely available. That's a personal call, made with clear information, not fear. And let me put the money on the table, because this is the part that should make you a little annoyed. Take a big canister of plain rolled oats and work out the cost per bowl. Now take a box of individual flavored instant packets and work out the cost per bowl. In most stores, the flavored packets cost you several times more per serving. Think about what you're actually paying extra for. You're paying a premium to have the same oats, ground a little finer, with sugar and flavoring dust added, wrapped in individual paper packets with cartoon fruit on them. You are literally paying more money to get a less healthy version of the cheaper product. That's not an accident. That's the entire business model of the flavored instant aisle. Take the cheapest health food on earth, add sugar and packaging, and sell it back to you at a markup as a convenience. Once you see that clearly, the plain canister stops looking like the boring option and starts looking like the smart one. Now let me arm you with the red flags for the store. Red flag number 1. Sugar high on the ingredient list of anything flavored. Flip the packet. If sugar shows up right after oats, or worse, appears in multiple forms, you're holding a sweet product wearing a health food costume. Red flag number 2. Flavored, single-serve instant packets in general. This whole category is the number 1 place added sugar hides in the oatmeal aisle. It's not a rule that every packet is bad, but it's the first place to look, and the place you should read most carefully. Red flag number 3. Front-of-box health badges paired with a long ingredient list. Whole grain and good source of fiber, in big letters, mean very little if the ingredients underneath tell a sugary story. Judge the box by its back, not its front. Red flag number 4. Natural and artificial flavors, or added colors on fruit varieties. If the strawberry flavor and pink color are coming from a lab rather than a berry, that's worth knowing before you decide it's a wholesome choice. Red flag number 5. No plain option in the product line. Some brands push only the pre-sweetened flavored versions. If a brand doesn't even offer a plain, unsweetened oats option, that tells you where their priorities sit. All right, the fair part, and this one's genuinely encouraging, because clean oatmeal is cheap, easy, and everywhere. Here are the 5 that are actually clean. Clean pick number 1. Plain steel-cut oats. This is about as good as breakfast gets. 1 ingredient, minimally processed, slow to digest, deeply filling. Yes, it takes longer to cook, but you can make a big batch on the weekend and reheat it all week. It's the least processed, most honest form of oatmeal you can buy. Clean pick number 2. Plain old-fashioned rolled oats. A little more processed than steel-cut, but still just oats. Still 1 ingredient, and they cook faster. This is the everyday workhorse. Buy a big canister of plain rolled oats and you've sidestepped the entire sugar problem in 1 move, for pennies per bowl. Clean pick number 3. Plain instant oats with a 1 ingredient label. If you need the speed of instant, that's fine. Just buy the plain, unflavored instant oats where the only ingredient is oats. You get the convenience without the sugar dump. The trick is buying plain and flavoring it yourself. Clean pick number 4. Any oatmeal where the only ingredient is oats, regardless of brand. This is the universal rule that beats brand loyalty entirely. Flip the container, and if the ingredient list is a single word, you've won. The brand name matters far less than that 1-word ingredient list. Clean pick number 5. Build your own oatmeal, which is my favorite, and it's not really a product, it's a habit. Buy plain oats, then sweeten and flavor them yourself with real things. A drizzle of honey or maple, some cinnamon, fresh or frozen fruit, a spoon of nut butter, a handful of nuts. You control every gram of sugar, you get real fruit instead of fruit-flavored dust, and it costs a fraction of the fancy packets. And if mornings are chaos, do overnight oats. Stir plain oats into milk or yogurt the night before, add your real toppings, and it's ready when you wake up. 10 seconds of assembly and you've beaten the entire flavored instant industry. So here's your simple routine. Buy plain oats, whatever format fits your morning. Steel cut, rolled, or plain instant. Read the ingredient list and aim for that single word, oats. Skip the pre-flavored packets and add your own real toppings at home. That's the whole skill. It's almost embarrassingly easy once you see it, and it turns your breakfast back into the health food it was always supposed to be. And here's the mindset to keep. All that hidden sugar didn't end up in the oatmeal aisle because someone's out to get you. It's there because sweet sells, because flavored packets carry a bigger price tag than plain oats, and because a health badge on the front moves product. Every bit of it is about margin and appeal, not malice. There's just no business model in selling you a plain bag of oats you'll flavor yourself for pennies when they can sell you a pretty box of the same oats plus sugar for several times the price. But you see the game now. And a one-word ingredient list is a defense no marketing budget can get past. If this made you want to go check the box in your own pantry, hit that subscribe button, because that's exactly what this channel is here for. Pulling back the label on the everyday foods we trust without a second thought. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.